This is so funny. Okay, I'm going to do two things on Abby Sharp just now regarding things here. Uh, what is really fun? I love her face. I think her face is brilliant, and what I've just really enjoyed doing is just watching her talk about her orthorexia story. Orthorexia is a kind of eating disorder where you are obsessed, or you're overly obsessed about eating healthily, and you'll restrict your diet in ways so that you don't consume lots of stuff, and you end up being unhealthy because you want to be so super healthy. Anyway, so she's telling us her story of that. But what's fun is just watching her eyes while she's telling the story, and where they're all going all over the place. But there's one specific moment which is just fantastic. So there's a lot of ideas. Well, there's not a lot of ideas. There's a main idea of your eyeballs move when you're thinking of different things. If you're trying to create, if you're using your imagination, or if you're trying to remember something, or if you're being creative, you look where your eyes go are meant to be like the different parts of your brain that you're looking into. So if you're looking for your memory, you might be looking up to top left. If you're looking for maybe a sad story, you might be looking down the way. If you're trying to process something you've just been told, you might just be looking straight up the way. And you'll see that with lots of people that you ever have a conversation with. But what's quite cool is when you've got a video, you can stop and watch every single eye movement here. So here she's talking about her fairly recent experience, recent within your life. And there's quite a lot of, for her, she'd be looking up and to the right, thinking about things which are recent and trying to get a logical statement out. So again, when you're trying to say a story on a video here, you will be both trying to remember your past, remember your story, but also trying to think if what you're saying is coming out logical. So where your main logic parts are in your brain. Again, it's a theory, it's not necessarily 100% true, but it's something which you can look at. And she falls under it pretty well. And I love how her eyes blink as well. And yeah, there's definitely a bit where she's looking at memory and where she's looking at how to build a sentence and trying to remember. Sorry, there's a lot of looking down the way as well. Down and left, so that's probably when she's talking about a more painful part of her previous history going on there. Sometimes looking down the way is like, oh, there's maybe a negative emotion there. So again, a lot of this video, she's up to the right and down to the left, where she's going. But what I found fantastic is when she talks about, what's his name, Sverige? She calls him Gotis, that's his other video. If I just put this on slow motion, watch her eyes. It's so funny. Let's see, where is it? Just. And she also does a bit like one eye starts blinking before the other. Hold on, here it comes. Watch your eyes.
Will come at me for this. But I think
one eye went up and the other one went to the right. Her brain is having such a breakdown. I just thought of just how ridiculous Sperridge is. Watch it again.
I'm sure Gotis will come at me for this.
It's just so funny. Like one eye's open, it's just like half of her brain, just even the thought of that guy just makes half her brain just want to shut down and just kind of go, oh, why do I even have him in my memory? Like half of her brain is trying to just forget that this guy even exists. So so funny. So funny. When something is just so ridiculous, sometimes you're just like, oh my god, it actually hurts your brain to think about it, and that's why you wink. Anyway, that's another story. What I was actually wanting to talk about in this video is a separate thing. So she talks about having orthorexia and all that jazz, and why she's not going to go vegan. The reason because being vegan, there is effectively restrictions in your diet, and certainly socially, culturally, going on a vegan diet can be very restrictive. And if you're somebody who is prone to eating disorders or much more socially sensitive or aware like that, veganism can be detrimental, as I just said, detrimental to your mental well-being and all that stuff. However, so this is what I want to kind of get to the point in when you have some righteous vegans that are like, oh my god, you're making a plant-based food that looks like a burger. I thought you were a vegan. It's so not worth it. You're just like, shut up. You know, we want people to eat a plant-based or non-animal based diet. Don't really care what it is after, it's just as long as it doesn't have animals in it. It could be full chemicals if you want. But we want people to do that, and if we can get it so that we're not triggering people into an eating disorder, an orthorexic or anorexic problems, then all the better for it. So Plant-Based News put a video or just a post a wee while ago saying the FDA have approved Impossible Foods to use heme as a colour additive. I think you can get that from the roots of soy, so I don't think it necessarily means that it's from the blood of a goat. And just somebody, like the top guy here is like, as a 27 years vegan, I will never eat fake food. I care for animal environment and humans too. You're just like, brah fucking vote. Well done. And that's kind of what I left with this comment there. It's like, that's great, Frank, but you're not the target audience here. you know, it's like, we're trying to get non-vegans to eat vegan options, but well done for your virtue signaling skills. Because like that's all that person's doing. Yeah, okay, great. You're vegan. Well done. Do you know what? Not everyone's vegan. Do you know what? Some people are trying to be vegan, but they don't want to be triggered into an eating disorder. So if we can give them things where they can go out, be social with their friends, just go to normal life and just have options which are vegan there for them without having to have animals be slaughtered for their meal, then all the better for it. So I'm 100% for, if McDonald's want to bring out a vegan burger, if KFC want to bring out vegan chicken nuggets, if these come, you might want to call them Franken foods because it's fake chicken, all that stuff. It's like, if all it does is stop people having to have animals killed for food, and especially if it's people going out with other people and it's just a social thing, we're just going out to eat. If you can have all of you just going and half of you are just like, we'll have the vegan option, what's that, kind of the vegetarian option but with no cheese, cool, that makes it pretty much vegan, super, go for it. That's a major goal that we're wanting. We're not wanting high mighty righteous virtue signaling twats going, I would never eat a burger, it looks like animal products. Do you know what? Some people are vegan for the animals and they still love the smell of food of meat. They maybe still love the taste of meat. They still love the taste of cheese and all that kind of stuff. But if they could just get the options so they're not socially ostracized by their community and be able to go out with their friends and eat with everyone else, all the better for it. So with Abbey Sharp, I totally understand why she's saying she's not going to go vegan, because there's potentially just not enough options at the moment, and that's why I support any company, even if it is a meat-based company like McDonald's or KFC. I support them bringing out vegan options, and I will like go, well done. I recently found out, not that I know, but there's Nando's. Nando's I thought was only a chicken restaurant. Seemingly Nando's do a vegetarian option as well. Didn't know it. Found that out the other day. Still never going to eat there, but I will be telling people, hey, did you know they do vegetarian options? I didn't know that. You know, I'll just drop that into conversation. But that's brilliant that they're doing it, and it just means if you're having a work night out, let's go for a cheeky Nando's at the end of the day, or the end of the week or something. You don't have to be the one vegan that goes, I'm going home because I'm going to eat animal-looking products. It's like, don't be a wanker, be part of society, and try and normalise veganism with everyone. That's the goal. Cheers, bye-bye.